Welcome to Aging Untold. Caregiving is hard. It's even harder when you're doing it from hundreds of miles away. Millions of Americans are doing just that, long-distance caregiving. Amy, let's start with the basics. What tasks can long-distance caregivers realistically handle?
Well, first I want to say long-distance caregiving takes all different forms. I think we can agree. You can be a long-distance caregiver with the siblings in town. You can be a long-distance caregiver and be an only child. You can be a long-distance caregiver with horrible relationships with siblings. You can be a long-distance caregiver with a sibling in the home taking horrible care of your parent. So I think realizing where you are, and then our advice is going to be tailored to what scenario you're in. If you're a long distance caregiver and you have someone taking care of your parent at the home, please don't tell them what to do. You've got to develop compassion for where they are. So you don't want to be a quarterback from long distance. You want to work with them and say, what can I do to help you? To kind of develop a team process with them instead of going against them, and know that you're going to feel guilty. Every long distance caregiver feels guilty whether they're there or they're at home.
Well, what makes it so difficult is you have this responsibility without proximity, and then you have authority without visibility.
Okay.
That's hard.
So I long distance caregive. I was really my mom's primary caregiver, and she lived in Kentucky and I was in California. So it can happen, and while yes, there were other siblings around, my mom wanted me. My mom wanted me to be the one that managed her medical side, that took care of the wounds, that took care of her meds. So because she trusted what I do. And so I was able to do it. I just had to put the right systems into play. I made sure I had my HIPAA forms filled out right away. As soon as my mom started to have any medical issues, that way I could talk to her doctors, I could talk to her nurses, I could talk to the NP. I got all medical testing sent to me. They faxed them straight to my office. So as soon as anything happened, I knew what was going on. So you can do it, and I get I was unique.
What about the people the seniors who, they don't want anybody else in their home?
Yeah, and
except for the one person.
Yeah,
Right, and I also, what about the person that's thinking, should I move my mom closer to me? Should I have that conversation? It's becoming so stressful between the two of us. What do you think?
Well, okay, so this is my area of expertise where I spend almost all of my time. And what I would say is go with your instinct. If you're thinking it might be a good idea for mom to come near you, because if mom isn't really going out and about very much anyway, or she's already living in independent living or assisted living, doesn't really leave the building, what does it matter anyway? If you're in Cincinnati or you're in Cleveland,
right?
I think get near your best advocate, the loved one that is really going to take the best care of you. Sometimes I'm working with a lot of seniors that they're trying to figure out their plan, which is really awesome. But sometimes their thinking is, she should move near me or she should visit me, and not everyone has the luxury of being able to do that. So I'm saying get near the person that can help take care of you best.
I agree, but in my case, if I had even suggested to my mom, oh, you need to move out here by me, I'd have been the one that passed away first, because she'd have killed me.
Well, and I think the way this conversation is going is it's so complicated.
And it's different for every family. It's
and
different.
I think that if you can't get there and they won't move, and you do have some funds, you can hire a professional to be your boots on the ground.
So when do you know? When do you say, you know what, it's time to bail, I'm going to need them to move with me?
I'm glad you asked, because I think as soon as you start thinking, or I'm not ready yet, or she's not ready yet, it's already past time, in my opinion, my experience, and that sooner rather than later. The best solution is the soonest solution, so that you're not waiting for a crisis.
What kind of things would you see outside of talking about it that say,
well, you go for a visit, and then you realize, oh, I see what you mean about mom. I had no idea it was this bad. Or she sounded good on the phone, but now when you go to the home and you see that she's not taking care of herself, the house the way she used to, there's rotten food in the fridge, there's all kinds of things going on where those are all red flags.
I'm super reluctant to jump off the bridge of transfer right away. I think it depends more on the stage of decline and the stage that the person's in. And I think you need to have those conversations very early on, not after the fact, because you're not talking about let's move from my home into a community in the same town. You're talking oftentimes about a move across the country or a move far away from your all of your connections, your friends, your life, your church groups, your social activities. And so I think sometimes that families want to go there before they want to look at practical. Put some cameras in so then you can actually watch what's going on in the home. Do it with consent. But then you can see when it's not safe is when you need to intervene.
Okay, but that's where the rub is, because sometimes people think that's safe and it ends up not being. And my husband's family, he is the person that does the medical management and the day-to-day things, but his sister will send groceries, she'll set up appointments, she does the bill paying, she
Right.
comes and decorates for the
That's-
holidays, and then she goes back and packs up the holiday stuff, takes it back to her house. So they've figured out a great way to balance the care.